Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 53. Spacex did get the SN9 Starship to fly and fall. And Volkswagen is getting on the wagon of battery recycling. SpaceX will this year send private persons into space. And an updated semi-truck was spotted. And Elon takes a break from Twitter. No! All this and much more in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
The Tesla stock price target gets a new Wall Street high. Piper Sandler's analyst Alexander Potter gave Tesla stock a price target of $1,200, a new Wall Street high, and they are giving Tesla this high price target because Tesla is going after several multi-trillion-dollar markets. He says, to defend our new price target of $1,200, we are publishing a 100-plus report entitled The Definitive Guide to Invest in Tesla. While it is more exhaustive than anything we have ever published to date, even our expanded model does not capture all potential revenue streams. It may be decades before this company runs out of new opportunities to pursue. Exactly. To put it short, the automaker is more than an automaker. What? But they're just a car company.
It's a car company. It seems so simple to point that out to people, but you have to keep doing it.
Yep, you have to keep pointing that out, Jimmy, in the hopes that someone starts believing you. But as the look of it, more and more investors are waking up and seeing, oh my god, Tesla is like 10 startup companies in one, and they are all in trillion-dollar markets. Yep, it's gonna be huge. So Tesla stock went down last week, and as I talked about in the last news episode, as I said, there was a great discount on the stock. And so it was. All that it lost last week after the earnings call, it has pretty much gained back this week. So if you did buy some Tesla stock last week, well, congratulations. And speaking of buying Tesla shares, one of the largest public pension funds in the US just bought almost 1 million shares. One of the largest public pensions in the US reported significant changes in its equity investment. The New York State Teacher Retirement System initiated a position in Tesla stock worth $706 million. The fund is one of the 10 largest US government pension funds. This is an investment fund managing more than $45.8 billion. In the last filing, they revealed that it took a new position in Tesla and bought 999,948 shares for $706 million. This means they effectively own approximately 0.1% of the company. And Elon just did an interview on the Clubhouse app, where Elon also made it official that he supports Bitcoin. So you should not be surprised if you soon will be able to buy your Tesla online with Bitcoins. He also talked about Neuralink having a monkey with an implant that is playing video games with its mind. Now that's sci-fi. Sounds like something straight out of the Planet of the Apes. And Elon did say that Neuralink will have more videos coming out in the next month or two. He also talked about Tesla's growth on deliveries over the last 5 years has been 48%, and he thinks they will continue to grow with about 50% going forward. He hoped they can grow faster than that, but officially their target is 50% growth year over year. Yes, I think they will grow about 100% in 2021, but that is of course just me guessing, but only 50% in 2021 would definitely be a low target with the production capacity Tesla has right now. 50% growth would only be about 750,000 cars, and they do have the production capacity of about 1.05 million vehicles. And that is without Giga Berlin and Giga Texas. So to only have a target of 50% in 2021 is definitely sandbagging their true potential this year. And Ron Barron also did an interview about, well, of course, Tesla. and that he thinks their stock price would easily go to $2,000 within the next 10 years for their car business alone. And he gave a great example on just how good a business case the Gigafactories are. As he said, Gigafactory 3 cost $1 billion, but it produces 250,000 cars per year with an average price of $45,000 with a gross margin of 25%. That would mean that the factory is earning Tesla over $2.5 billion per year. That was of course just Ron making some back of the napkin math. It would actually be more like $2.8 billion, and 250,000 cars is what Tesla has delivered in 2020 from the Giga Shanghai. In 2021, I believe Gigafactory 3 would probably deliver about 500,000 cars. So already this year, Gigafactory 3 could earn Tesla about $5.6 billion. And that is only 2 years into its operation, where the $1 billion investment has paid back over $8.4 billion. Wow, Tesla's Gigafactories are some crazy good investments, and Berlin and Texas are both going to be able to produce a lot more cars than this when they are fully built, making them probably even a better investment yet again. Yes, Tesla knows how to make money, and they are just getting started, and this was just one of their businesses. Yeah, they're going to become huge. And more construction is going on at the Gigafactory in Shanghai. Looks like Giga Shanghai is about to add a new casting machine to its Model 3 production line. Excavation is underway in the space between the Model 3 building and the powertrain building on the west side, as we can see here in the video from Wuwa. And no wonder why Tesla wants to get more Giga casting machine, as we have heard Elon talk about in his interview with Sandy Monroe. If you haven't seen that one, you really must. But there Elon points out that by making just a rear underbody in the Model 3 in just one piece, Tesla is not just saving the 79 pieces they had to weld together and all the time it takes, but they are saving 300 robots just on the rear end body part. So 600 robots when both rear and the front end is being made in a single piece. That is just nuts. This new technology that no one else is using is going to set Tesla apart from everyone else. All the other guys need those 600 robots. And Wuwa also shared this on YouTube, that the Supercharger factory that Tesla announced about 6 months ago is now officially complete and put into operation, and will produce 10,000 superchargers per year. And if you think about that, Tesla only has a little over 20,000 superchargers installed right now, it's going to explode in 2021 and going forward. No one is going to be able to keep up with this. Can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
Last week I mentioned that Tesla would get some money from the EU to make their battery factory in Berlin. But now we learned that according to the government sources, funding for the Californian-based manufacturer is estimated to be in the 1-digit billions of euros. So that is at least 1 billion euros. Wow, that is a nice support for the Tesla battery factory. We all know what Tesla can do with $1 billion, so yeah, this is going to be big hill for Tesla's Gigafactory in Grünheide. And Elon did share a little video showing the progress at Berlin and said it will be filled with graffiti art. So cool. What is even more cool is if you go into the German Tesla website, you can already order your made in German Model Y. We can't in Denmark yet, but now it's official. The Model Y is expected to start production in mid-2021. So Tesla Berlin is still on track. And do you remember when we got all excited about Tesla getting the first structure up at the Gigafactory 5 in Texas? Yes, this picture is from the 26th of October, only 3 months ago. And just look at it now. this video from Jeff Roberts from the 2nd of February with a nice sunset in the background. Very nice job there, Jeff. And we can also see that Tesla is already assembling the Giga casting machines. So they are actually starting to overtake Giga Berlin on these casting machines. Crazy. I can't wait to see this place when it's done. Also because it's not just gonna be yet another building, but as Elon put it, it's gonna be an ecological paradise open to the public. It's going to be one amazing place, and I will definitely come visit Giga Texas when it's all done. And Norway is not slowing down when it comes to electric cars. In January, Norway saw 80.7% plug-in share, significant growth from the 64.4% 1 year ago, and continue their high EV market share we saw at the end of 2020. And a follow from Norway also corrected me about the incentive in Norway for electric cars, when I said Norway's government is willing to spend a lot of money on incentive to bring the electric car price down, but it's not exactly how they're doing it. The way Norway is doing it is by putting a lot of taxes on the ICE vehicles and no taxes on the electric vehicles, making EVs the obvious choice. And this will still run for a couple of more years, and then Norway will probably be very close to 100% EV market share. They do expect to be around 90% already this year. Very cool, and that is the way to do it, and thank you so much for the update. But it's not just Norway and other countries in Europe that is banning fossil fuel. New York City has just joined the party. Last week, Mayor Bill de Blasio, however you say that name, said in his 2021 State of the City address that New York City will renounce fossil fuel fully, and therefore will need to ban fossil fuel connection in the city by the end of this decade, literally ensuring that our only choice is renewable energy. In other words, no more natural gas by 2030. He wants to reduce the cars in the city, prioritizing electric vehicles, and increase access to pedestrians and cyclists. We started by taking the billions of dollars in New York City pension fund investment and taking them away from fossil fuel companies that were poisoning our earth and putting that money into renewable energy development. And now we are making a commitment to $50 billion investment of our pension resources in renewable energy over the next 15 years. We will take our pension fund dollars away from any element of the fossil fuel supply chain and making sure those dollars are helping us create a greener future. Nice. Way to go, New York. And Volkswagen is getting on the wagon of battery recycle. Part of the electric car revolution is making batteries, and a lot of them. But in the not so distant future, another part of the revolution will be dismantling those same batteries and reclaiming the materials inside to be used again in manufacturing of new batteries. As we have seen from JB Straubel Redwood's material, but now Volkswagen has also announced that they will be joining the party. Our goal is to create our own circular process in which more than 90% of each of our batteries is recycled, says Thomas, head of technical planning at Volkswagen Components, in a blog post. We don't want to hand the process over at any point, but prefer to train our own employees and thus make them fit for the future. Yes, Volkswagen, that is the way to go, getting the know-how in-house. Nice. And we got another great treat of the full self-driving beta this week. This time it is whole Musk catalog that tweeted this little video of his Tesla driving on full self-driving beta for 40 minutes with zero disengagement. Through Beverly Hills traffic, driving onto highways, back on main roads, through the city streets, making right turn, left turn, changing lanes for 50 minutes with no human intervention. If this does not show you that Tesla is just about to solve full self-driving, I don't know what will. Sure, our normal Teslas might do phantom braking once in a while and therefore people think Tesla is behind. But soon Tesla will release their full self-driving software to the public and make a quantum leap, and people will experience this with their own eyes. and Tesla's full self-driving software will start saving thousands of lives. As Sandy Munro said in the interview with Elon Musk after he tried the full self-driving beta himself, that full self-driving software will save more lives than airbags and seatbelt and any other safety system combined. Oh yes, the future is looking great and the future is coming up fast. And SpaceX finally launched another Starship prototype, the SN9.
3, 2, 1.
It finally happened, and oh my god, SpaceX just flew their SN9 with SN10 standing by watching his friend fly up to 10 kilometers of altitude, where it then just hovered a bit at 10 kilometers. Something about getting the tanks more empty before it makes a little kick and make the belly flop and skydive back down. It is just insane how they can steer this big starship back to the landing pad only using flops. Amazing. And then of course it made the power flip at the end, but this time it was even more clear that it would not stick the landing, because it did the flip but did not come back in time to its upright position, and this time landed a bit on its side. And the SN10 unfortunately had to see its friend explode. Quite spectacularly, I might add. During the landing flip maneuver, one of the Raptor engine did not relight and caused SN9 to land at high speed, experience a RUD, rapid unscheduled disassembly. But what an amazing sight, and to see SpaceX testing this monster of a rocket, watching them learn in real time, trying to do something that only a couple of years ago seemed totally impossible. But now here we are, pretty much just waiting for SpaceX to stick the landing. And SN10 is already at the site. Now we just have to wait for SpaceX to get a new approval from FAA, and hopefully quicker this time, so we don't have to wait this long again to see the next Starship fly and be part of history. Can't wait. Just so exciting. But this was not the only great news about SpaceX this week, because SpaceX will also be sending 4 private persons to orbit this year. Because SpaceX announced it's targeting no earlier than the 4th quarter of this year for Falcon 9 launch of Inspiration 4, the world's first commercial astronaut mission to orbit. Jared Isaacman, founder and CEO of Shift 4 Payment, is donating the 3 seats along him aboard the Dragon to individuals from the general public who will be announced in the weeks ahead. And you have a chance to get on this trip to space. Gerard will take 1 seat representing leadership. Another seat will go to St. Jude Ambassador representing hope. But then you can help Inspiration 4 meet their fundraising goal to support the life-saving mission of St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and you could secure the seat representing generosity. Or start a Shift 4 shop and post your inspirational business story on Twitter for the opportunity to secure the seat representing prosperity. This is so cool. If you want to learn more how to potentially join this historic journey to space, go visit inspiration4.com. And let's squeeze the last small news topics into this show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. Toyota has shown off their new car with solid-state battery they are developing together with Panasonic. But I made a whole video about this, so if you want to dive deeper into that, go check that video out. A new Tesla Semi with updated windows, door handles and taillights spotted at Sacramento. The new semi-truck images was shared by Tesla owner The Kilowatts, who was able to snap a few photos as the vehicle was being transported via trailer, probably one of the 4 semis that I have reported on before that Tesla would be making in the Nevada factory to do more testing before the start of production. And Elon tweeted off Twitter for a while. He has done this before, maybe he just need a little break. He is, after all, a very busy man. But I'll bet many of us, when we saw this tweet, was going,
No! God, please, no! No! No!
And thanks to Ray for Tesla's anonymous source, we got a sneak peek at the first Giga casting pieces for the Model S and X from the Fremont factory. The human rights company Corporate Equality Index has awarded Tesla as one of the 2020 best places to work for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and queer equality. The announcement was shared on Tesla's LinkedIn page, where Tesla noted that it is proud to have received this perfect score of 100% at the Human Rights Campaign Corporate Quality Index for 6 years running. Congratulations. And thanks to Cyber for sharing his picture with me on Twitter with his Best in Tesla Be Nice mark. And you can of course get your merch on the merchandise store and support this show, and thank you so much for the support, Cyber Elon also said that the Cybertruck design is complete and Tesla is getting ready to order the equipment to make this monster of a truck, which is much less equipment than you might think. If you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, I can highly recommend the video I've just made about the Cybertruck. And speaking of pickup truck, RJ, CEO and founder of Rivian, took his family out test driving the Rivian Pickup truck. That looks like a lot of fun, and we're going to see this truck this summer. Can't wait. And Amazon was also out test driving a Rivian van in Los Angeles. And connecting the dot showed me that even though Tesla changed the price of their Model S from the funny price of $69,420, they do still hide the numbers on their website. If you do go into the order site and press the More Details button under the Tesla app, you will find the temperature is set to 69 degrees and the location is 420 Ward Avenue. Yep, Tesla has always had a good sense of humor. And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to give a quick shout out to my newest Patreons and members of this channel. Antonio Ornelas, Amorpax Incorporated, Boris Karashki, Paul Scotty, Ernest J. Petrosian, something like that, Sean Davis, Dennis Arthur Rose, Patrick Noonstein. And my thank you for watching members: Stefan Orr, Exiel Nav, Otheme, Gilly Cheniso, Emma B. Nice and You Are member, Tim Heidman. Thank you all so much for your support. Couldn't do it without you. And let's end off with a bit of fun. It is winter and we need to make sure we clean the bottom of our car from all the salt from the roads. But this guy might have taken it a bit too far. That is all we have time for in this news episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helped this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button or notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. If you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of the show and get your shout out here on this channel. You can also become a member of Best in Tesla YouTube channel and get shout outs and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. But going forward, I will make more videos available for Patreons and members only, so don't miss out. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news and more in there as it comes out. And check out the merch store to support this show and get some merchandise. And now it's also possible to support this show without buying anything, becoming a member or a Patreon. There is a link to a donation option in the show notes. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.